Welcome to Biopilates Deep Dive. Today I'll take you through an advanced mat work exercise that is both demanding and delicate, rocking. We will live it as if you were on your mat, then zoom in on the physiology of effort, aerobic versus anaerobic breathing, and understand why this controlled rocking motion is such a powerful trainer for the posterior chain, especially the spinal erectors, longissimus, iliocostalis, and spinalis. Lie down on your stomach. Find neutrality. Pelvis resting without tilt. Spine long. Breath calm. Legs are in adduction and parallel. Knees bent. Heels close to the sitting bones. Ankles in gentle plantar flexion. Toes softly pointed. Stretch your arms back, holding the tops of your feet. Stabilize your shoulder blades on the rib cage as if they were sliding down into back pockets. Already your transverse abdomen is engaging, compressing the abdomen and creating that lumbopelvic support that will be your safety belt. Inhale, press your feet into your hands and let the spine extend without collapsing the neck. Think length before height. The spinal erectors contract concentrically, the chest opens, the gaze lifts forward but never breaks. At the same time, extend the hips to let the femurs float slightly off the mat. The legs open in a tiny abduction that frees the sacrum without strain. Exhale. Slowly lower the sternum back to the mat. Keep the pressure of feet into hands. Draw the heels toward the seat and feel the gentle stretch through the quadriceps while the abdominal support remains active. Repeat 5 to 10 repetitions, carved rather than forced. This first stage builds the fundamentals: stable scapulae, neutral pelvis, extension distributed evenly along the spine. Your focus never leaves the transverse abdominis, the pelvic floor, and the scapular stabilizers. Without them, extension scatters, the lumbar region overloads, and the exercise loses its intelligence. When the form is clean, we add rocking. Imagine your body as a taut elastic shell. From extension, you remain in shape, chest open, hips extended, legs light. Exhale to initiate a forward roll, driven by the glutes and hamstrings. The lower ribs brush the mat, the spine maintains its continuity, the belly stays contained. Inhale to allow the shell to glide back, preserving exactly the same architecture. 5 to 10 rockings, always maintaining the line. You don't bounce, you modulate. This exercise is a jewel for the posterior chain. The spinal erectors, longissimus, iliocostalis, spinalis, orchestrate the arch of the back. The hip extensors provide leverage. The quadriceps lengthen as the heels draw toward the pelvis. The pectorals open as the feet press into the hands. It is a dialogue. One contracts, the other stretches. One stabilizes, the other mobilizes. That grammar is what protects and strengthens. Now let's talk breath and energy. As long as intensity remains measured and form is maintained, your system works mainly aerobically. Oxygen flows, mitochondria produce ATP cleanly, intra-abdominal pressure is managed by the transverse, and you can repeat without early fatigue. As soon as effort stiffens, extension becomes high but short, the neck breaks, or the scapulae lift, you push the system toward anaerobic peaks. Glycolysis takes over, lactate accumulates, coordination suffers, precision fades. The lesson is simple. Keep the effort within a volume that lets you breathe fully. Breathing sustains lumbar stability as much as oxygen supply. Reverse breathing, exhaling into extension, can be suggested to reinforce the deep support and limit hyperlordosis in hypermobile bodies. Safety advice. Think of your extension as long in front, wide in back. If you feel the hip bones digging into the mat or pinching in the lower back, reduce amplitude, re-engage the abdomen, reposition the scapulae. The neck remains in line, chin slightly tucked, as if gliding on water. Knees do not suddenly flare. The slight abduction is space, not escape. Adaptations. For limited thigh mobility, place a flex band around the ankles. The elastic provides both support and resistance, guiding trajectory, preventing compensations, and helping the spinal extensors work without lumbar compression. To maximize deep support, work in short blocks with reverse breathing, then return to diaphragmatic flow. For sensitive shoulders, replace the grip on the feet with a strap or slide the hands to the shins, always keeping chest open and scapula depressed. Beyond muscles, rocking trains coordination. The rocking phase requires fine isometric control of the spinal erectors while the pelvis oscillates. Proprioception sharpens. Intra-abdominal pressure regulates with the breath. The spine learns to remain a bridge despite disturbance. That postural intelligence transfers into daily life, bending, lifting, carrying, breathing without collapse. Now let's do a guided sequence as I would teach it in class. Take 3 preparatory breaths. Inhale laterally. Feel the ribs open under the scapulae. Exhale, draw the navel to the spine. Lift the pelvic floor softly. Settle. Take hold of your feet. Gaze along the mat. Neck long. First lift. Inhale. Press feet into hands. Lengthen sternum to pubis. Float the thighs. Stop just before stiffness, then ease back a centimeter. Exhale, lower slowly, keep feet pressing, feel quadriceps stretch. Second and third repetitions, same precision, slightly fuller breath if your system follows. Now rocking, stay in extension. Exhale to let the boat glide forward. Glutes and hamstrings initiate, lower ribs touch the mat, abdomen steady. Inhale to glide back, preserving the line. Find your natural rhythm. 5 to 8 cycles are enough today. Finish on an exhale. Lower the chest. Release the hold. Rest the legs. Transition. Sit back into shell stretch. Let the sacrum drop. Exhale fully. Feel how the breath expands again and the dorsal tension turns into organized warmth. What you have just trained, endurance strength of the posterior chain, scapular stability, and breath support coherence. If you felt quick burning in the lower back, it means you slipped too soon into anaerobic mode. Next time, reduce amplitude, increase abdominal presence, slow down. If your upper trap's overactivated, it means scapulae lifted. Think back pockets, wide collarbones, sternum forward, not up. Progression means quality before quantity. 2 or 3 short, well-breathed sets create a more stable nervous imprint than 10 forced repetitions. Well-dosed rocking nourishes slow fibers, oxidizes cleanly, economizes effort, and polishes technique. That's how you build useful strength, not useless volume. 3 images to close. First, the spine as a drawn bow, supported by an abdominal string both firm and supple. Second, the scapulae as 2 silent blades that glide, never grip, never rise. Third, the breath as a metronome that keeps the aerobic music steady, allowing only brief anaerobic accents. Rocking is not a feat of strength. It is a living sculpture of controlled extension. When breath leads, the transverse engages, and the posterior chain dialogues, the rocking becomes obvious. The body learns to carry and release itself, never collapse. And that is precisely where the exercise transcends the mat to become an art of moving through life. Thank you for practicing with me. Breathe, lengthen, and take this openness with you into your day. I'll see you tomorrow for another deep dive.